Distinguished gentlemen in the front and parents and successful candidates behind. Thank you very much, because it's a day of celebration for us who have been associated in slightly giving you the finishing touches before you made it to the service. So it's a kind of reflected glory, and we are all basking in that reflected glory of saying that moi ihatok padhaisilu nohoy, moi ihatok finishing touch disilu nohoy. So that way we can now claim, at least for the last 3-4 years, all the senior mentors who are here, to have a certain claim, whether you admit it or not, we take it on us. And I think it's a great relief for all of you. At least you now have a roof over your head. I can well understand that in these difficult conditions, where you have so much of underemployment, I have seen engineers, first-class engineers now doing junior assistants jobs, but at least you have a respectable one. Words of advice, CM has given you 1 hour of it yesterday, so I don't want to add anything much to it. Well, I think you please take it into serious consideration as to what he had told you. So far, Bhaskar Mahanta and Nath and the VC sir has also told you what is to be done. So let me give you a few practical tips, especially considering that, there is this beautiful line on bureaucracy by William Butler Yeats, who says that the door is locked, the fate is sealed, and a man needn't wonder what he will do with his life anymore. So if you can keep your thing in course, your job in course, I think by following the path of least resistance with your bosses, you can definitely hope to reach the minimum level, guaranteed level. There's a lot of guarantees going around town. So in service also you have a guarantee that you'll reach a certain level of at least a secretary, deputy secretary, or the head of the department, which in itself is an achievement. My words of advice would be nice to very people. তেওঁলোকক পানী নুখুৱাবা, কিন্তু পানী এগিলাছ খুৱাবা. The sense is that please don't harass them, but at least listen to them. And in Assam, my experience of 36 years has taught me that people don't expect the work to be done in a government office, but at least they expect a good behavior. And that is 90% of the problem solved. Secondly is accountability of the applications that come to you. Now you all have a smartphone. Please buy a separate phone for yourself with your first salary and keep a tab on the applications that come to you. And every weekend, last day of the week, review all the applications that came, whether you have done justice or not. I was telling one of my relatives who's a DC Guwahati, I sent an application to him. He rejected the application but never told me in return as to why he has rejected the application, or for the matter of fact that he has rejected the application. So people, when they put up an application, they must also get a reply, and that is the very essential part of key hole dorkhastokon. Hey kothato janibole dibo lage. Dealing with people, if you want fast disposal, read the last line of the application. Etake prarthana jay. So I would therefore, you can avoid reading the top. The third part is that if you want faster disposal of people, get all the visitors in together. Then the man behind pushes the man in front, and you don't get the blame of not listening to the other person, because our people have a tendency of coming to the point very late. So a previous DGP, Kulosoike and me, we got together in Haitoba and started a program called Sodek Sobeman, where the speaker had to make his point in 3 minutes. As for you, now is a media age, please be very careful in your dealings in social life. Please see whom you meet, whom you sit with, what you do, because personal conduct is very important. Leave aside the rules, but you may be blamed or put to a difficult position if you don't keep your social contacts well. Be very careful in dealing with the politicians because they are the most insecure people in the world, be it the Chief Minister or the Prime Minister or the Gram Panchayat President. Because they all know that as soon as they leave the post, even the people who had elected them will not look back at them. So they're very uncertain. So be very kind to them, listen to them, do what you can do for them. What you cannot, please refer to your bosses. Dealing with your bosses again, please be patient as Hirannath has said. Please listen to what they say. Follow the water theory, that is the path of least resistance, but don't take any illegal orders. Because that is a very difficult situation. If you take illegal orders, you might be disowned later on. And you have seen many instances of scapegoats coming out where the person did nothing but he was blamed for the whole mishap of a particular situation. The third thing is your personal finances. I am telling you now that the Chief Minister has hinted at it yesterday. I also take a cue from that and repeat. You will be in service for 30 to 35 years. Please divide your financial planning, personal financial planning in 10-year groups. For the first 10 years, you'll do this. For the second 10 years, you'll do this. For the third 10 years, you'll do that. And for the final 5 years, you can leave to your thing. The final word I would like to say is that beyond your office work, please involve yourself socially. Because the whole experience of why I am standing here is that my effort to reach out to 102 colleges in Assam after I retired to tell the chiefs, the students of those Mofussil colleges that please take the civil service exams, please take the bank exams, please take this exam, please take that exam, so that at least you prepare yourself, because this preparation exercise will definitely improve your lot. And I am very happy to see that this has happened, and we see you now in positions of authority. You are beginning in the grand scale, and we all hope that you will go ahead and shine in your life. The final word is integrity. Again, I repeat. Please see that it's very difficult to be staying away from temptation, especially if you have come from a not so privileged background. So how you maintain your integrity and what is the image that you would like to leave behind at the end of your career is a very vital question. Decide on that at the beginning of the career, that at the end of my 35 years when I leave, this is what the social image I would like to leave as. Most of you have read the English poem, I think, Departing Leave Behind Footprints in the Sands of Time, or the Assamese version of it, which is even better, Mahapurukhor Sanekire Jivanor Amiu Koribo Paro Jivan Gorit, 𝐼𝐢𝐥𝐿 Margole Thoi Jabo Paro Khoj Samoy Balit. So I think all of you should aspire to leave behind an imprint and have the social connect so that people will not let you willingly die. This is a famous, those who have studied English literature will know, the Milton's famous line that let posterity, let me willingly die. I think that is the greatest achievement a public servant achieves at the end of 35 years of service. So too much of advice is too bad. Hope to meet you all. Please recognize us, call us, and show off in front of others that these were our teachers. So that will be the greatest credit that you will be giving to us, because I think there is Pradip Sharma, a lifelong teacher there sitting in front of me. One of Navakanta Barua told me this. You know, the advantage of being a teacher is that people don't forget you, and there is always a seat for you in the most crowded train or bus. Or sir, apuni niki, ahok bahok. So please see that you will all leave your jobs with that kind of a impression. Thank you very much. And I, on behalf of all our mentors, I think we are saying the same words, and we'll be there, available on office, in office, SPM or no SPM. But always remember that you must have a job at hand, and always to improve yourself, because unless you improve yourself, you are the social leader. You cannot improve the state and the society. Thank you very much.